Reaching integrity in your field. When observing the works of artists or the performances of athletes, it's apparent that a small minority of people display a level of integrity that far exceeds the average within their field. In some cases, even the second best in the field appears to be significantly less skilled than the very best. However, adhering to my point of view stated earlier, I would like to suggest that this impressive display of integrity is not the result of innate genius, but is instead the result of the master having set the bar high and having done what was required to reach that bar. The master artist reaches integrity by way of the following 5 elements: effective questioning, effective materials, deep understanding, intensely focused and well-designed practice, determination and perseverance. The questioning here involves both mentor questioning and self-questioning. By self-questioning, I mean examining the works of those who have come before and simply asking questions like, how did they do that? Then the artist investigates this, either by thinking it through themselves or by finding the right materials to provide the answers. For example, an aspiring scientist will use top-quality books, courses, and mentors as her materials. As Tim Ferriss mentions in his book on skill mastery, The 4-Hour Chef, the right choice of materials is of extreme importance. With the right materials, a person can save years of what might otherwise have been wasted time on the road to mastery. With the wrong materials, they may never get there at all. To return to the example of songwriting, songwriters are influenced by an array of earlier songwriters, one of their learning materials, and their own songwriting tends to be a fusion of the elements of those influences. With a poor choice of influences, the result could have been some pretty awful music. But with a well-chosen set of influences, the resulting music may be incredible, if it is composed tastefully. By starting with effective materials, e.g. mentors, books, courses, manuals, and asking effective questions, with focus and a mindset for integrity, a deep level of understanding can be reached. Then, as described above, the aspiring master develops a cleverly designed progressive plan, which he or she practices with intense focus until the desired integrity is arrived at. Intricacy is not necessarily the aim. It can be the simpler activities that are the most enjoyable and the most effective too. But the simple activity is far more enjoyable and effective if it is performed fluently. For example, playing an intricate musical piece may not be as enjoyable or emotionally moving as a simpler one, and at the same time, the simplest music is far more effective when played passionately by somebody who is fluent than when played by a beginner. It can be good to have intricate skills, but it's not necessarily effective to deploy them in most situations. It's important to remember also that most world-class artists and other esteemed professionals are only showing you their best work. The renowned songwriting teacher, Pat Patterson, has a saying, "Crap is the best fertilizer." Or, as he puts it elsewhere, 90% of what you write is not your best 10%. For every song a professional songwriter releases, you can guarantee she's written at least 10 more, usually hundreds more, that were basically crap. Even many of the most popular songwriters only have a small handful of extraordinarily good songs in their entire career. Writing a classic clearly isn't something they can do at conscious will. Crap is the best fertilizer. It would be difficult to find any pursuit that this doesn't apply to. I'll remember it always. To learn more about mastery of your craft and other topics, please like and subscribe. Thanks for listening.